Welcome to Africa Premium News, your front row seat to Africa's power, progress, and truth. Before we dive in, hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because here, you don't just watch the news, you witness history unfold. Zambia just unveiled a groundbreaking smart village concept, and it's not just impressive for Africa, it's impressive for the world. This is a blueprint of what future living could look like, long before many Western countries even see it coming. Most people hear village in Africa and imagine outdated stereotypes. But what they don't know is that Africa is rewriting the meaning of development, using innovation, sustainability, and digital technology to leap into the future faster than anyone predicted. Zambia's smart village is the perfect example. Solar-powered homes, digital connectivity, smart agriculture, clean water systems, AI-supported learning centers, fintech-enabled markets, drone technology for farming, and a fully connected community running on green energy. Not in Silicon Valley, not in Europe, in rural Zambia. This smart village isn't just a project. It's a vision of how Africa sees its own rise, not by copying the old industrial model, but by building something cleaner, greener, cheaper, smarter, and more sustainable from day one. And here is why Africa is doing it better. While many countries are struggling to replace old infrastructure, Africa is building new systems from the ground up, free from outdated structures that slow progress elsewhere. For decades, rural communities across Africa were ignored by global powers, underfunded by institutions, and underestimated by investors. But now, the story has changed. With Zambia leading the charge, Africa is proving that innovation does not belong to major cities alone. It belongs to anyone who dares to imagine a better future. These smart villages combine renewable energy, digital tools, and local entrepreneurship to empower people in ways that were impossible just 10 years ago. One of the most transformative elements is energy independence. The smart village runs almost entirely on solar power, giving families 24/7 electricity, something that even developed countries struggle to provide in remote areas. This changes everything. Children can study at night, farmers can use machines, small businesses can operate longer hours, and digital tools can remain active. Energy isn't just power, it's opportunity. Next is connectivity. Zambia's smart village is wired with high-speed internet, turning a once-isolated area into a digital knowledge center. Students now have access to global learning resources. Farmers can check weather patterns, market prices, and farming tips in seconds. Local entrepreneurs can sell products online. Youth can take remote jobs. This isn't just connectivity, it's inclusion in the global economy. And then comes the heart of the smart village, smart agriculture. Using drones, soil sensors, and precision farming, communities can produce more food with less land and less water. This is where Africa is setting itself apart. With 60% of the world's remaining arable land, Africa is positioned to become the planet's food powerhouse, and smart agriculture is the key that unlocks that future. Zambia's model village is already increasing crop yields, reducing losses, lowering farming costs, and giving farmers more predictable results. Water access is another breakthrough. The smart village uses solar-powered boreholes, filtration systems, and smart meters to make clean water available all day. In many countries, water scarcity is a fight. In Zambia's smart village, it has become a solved problem, managed digitally, sustainably, and reliably. Education is also undergoing a transformation. AI-assisted learning pads, smart classrooms, and interactive teaching tools are giving children in rural Zambia the same quality of education as many students in global urban centers. And the impact is massive. Children learn faster, teachers can personalize lessons, and entire communities gain access to digital skills that prepare them for tomorrow's jobs. The village marketplace is fully digital. Mobile money, QR payments, microloans, and digital savings groups make it possible for even the smallest entrepreneur to manage money efficiently. In countries where traditional banking failed to reach rural areas, fintech became the bridge. Africa now leads the world in mobile money transactions, and Zambia's smart village is built with this digital financial ecosystem at its core. But the real genius behind the smart village is its hyper-local economic model. Everything is designed to keep wealth circulating within the community. Shops, workshops, training hubs, clinics, farms, and service centers all contribute to a self-sustaining local economy. Instead of exporting raw materials or labor, the smart village exports skills, products, and innovation. Healthcare is also modernized. The village includes telemedicine centers, health sensors, digital diagnostics, and medical drones that deliver supplies faster than traditional systems ever could. Early detection becomes easier, emergencies are handled quicker, and people don't have to travel long distances for basic medical attention. This is how Africa is bridging the healthcare gap, not through massive expensive hospitals, but through smart, efficient, scalable solutions. Zambia's smart village shows something the world is slowly waking up to. Africa is not waiting for permission. It's not waiting for aid. It's not waiting for approval. Africa is building its own future and doing it with creativity, innovation, and resilience that shocks global observers. The continent is moving from developing to pioneering. While the world debates climate change, Africa is building entire communities powered by renewable energy. While the world argues about digital inequality, Africa is connecting its rural areas with solar-powered internet. While global leaders talk about the future of agriculture, Africa is implementing it in real time with drones and smart sensors. While wealthy nations struggle with outdated infrastructure, Africa is building tomorrow's systems today. What makes this even more impressive is the ripple effect. Once one smart village succeeds, others follow. Zambia is already planning expansions. Neighboring countries are studying the model. International tech companies are paying attention. Environmental organizations are praising its sustainability. And development economists are calling it one of the most efficient rural modernization strategies ever created. Africa is now shaping global narratives in real time. Innovations from the continent, not borrowed, not imported, are influencing global tech discussions. Africa's version of progress is lean, fast, adaptive, and inclusive. Zambia's smart village proves that development does not need to follow the Western blueprint. Africa is creating a completely new blueprint that many countries may eventually copy. This model addresses poverty sustainably, creates jobs, empowers youth, protects the environment, increases food production, expands education, improves healthcare, and builds strong digital economies. It's not charity. It's not aid. It's pure innovation rooted in African realities and African genius. And here is the part global audiences find most surprising. This smart village is not a one-time experiment. It is part of a continental movement. From Rwanda's green cities, to Kenya's tech valleys, to Ghana's eco-homes, to South Africa's digital townships. Africa is quietly engineering a future that blends tradition with technology, creating communities that are both modern and deeply connected to local culture. Zambia's smart village is proof that Africa's rise will not only come from megacities. It will come from empowered local communities, from villages that leap directly into the digital era, from rural innovators who use technology to solve everyday problems, from young people building apps, machines, and systems designed specifically for African challenges. And this is why global investors are starting to shift their attention. Africa has the youngest population on Earth. By 2050, Africa will have the world's largest workforce. Urbanization is accelerating. New markets are emerging. Digital penetration is growing fast. And innovations like the Smart Village show that Africa's growth will be inclusive, sustainable, and deeply rooted in community empowerment. This is no longer about catching up. Africa is moving ahead in areas that matter most for the future: clean energy, mobile finance, smart agriculture, sustainable housing, decentralized services, and AI-assisted education. Zambia is not just launching a smart village. It's launching a new African identity, one built on strength, innovation, self-sufficiency, and vision. Here is why Africa is rising. Because Africa is no longer waiting for the future. Africa is building it. This is African Premium News, where Africa speaks for itself. Don't miss a story that matters. Click subscribe, ring that bell, and stay ahead of the headlines. Africa's future starts right here.